Oh, we're live. Today's reading on Deepak Chopra's book. One of my favorite books of Deepak Chopra's, besides Seven Spiritual Laws of Success and Creating Affluence, Wealth Consciousness in the Field of All Possibilities. This book is called The Way of the Wizards 20 Spiritual Lessons for Creating the Life You Want. So I'm going to review the 20 lessons. We'll go lesson by. It's a magical book and one of the best books. I recommend you go and get it, The Way of the Wizard. Lesson 1. A wizard exists in all of us. The wizard sees and knows everything. The wizard is beyond opposites of light and dark, good and evil, pleasure and pain. Everything the wizard sees has its roots in the unseen world. Nature reflects the moods of the wizard. The body has the mind. Body and mind may sleep, but the wizard is always awake. The wizard possesses the secret immortality. Lesson 2. The return of the magical can only happen when the return of innocence. The essence of the wizard is transformation. Lesson 3. The wizard watches the world come and dwells in the realms of light. The scenery changes, the seer remains the same. Your body's just in the place your memories call home. Lesson 4. Who am I? Is the only question worth asking and the only one never answered. It is your destiny to play an infinity of roles, but these roles are not yourself. The spirit is non-local, but it leaves behind a fingerprint, which we call the body. The wizard does not believe himself to be a local event, dreaming of a larger world. A wizard is the world, dreaming of local events. I am inside the body, and the body is within me. Lesson 5. Wizards don't believe in death. In the light of awareness, everything is alive. There are no beginnings or endings. To the wizard, these are mental constructs. To be the most fully alive, you have to be dead to the past. Molecules dissolve and pass away, but consciousness survives the death no matter how much it rides. Lesson number 6. The wizard's consciousness is field that exists everywhere. The streams of knowledge contained in the field are eternally and flow flower forever. Centuries of knowledge are compressed in relevatory moments. We live as ripples of energy in the vast ocean of energy. When the ego is set aside, you have access to totality of memory. Lesson 7. When the door of perception are cleansed, you'll begin to see the unseen world, the wizard's world. There's a wellspring of life within you where you can go for cleansing and transformation. Purification consists of getting rid of the toxins in your life. Toxin emotions, toxic thoughts, toxic relationships. All living bodies, physical and subtle, are bundles of energy that can be perceived directly. Lesson 8. Power is a double-edged sword. The ego power seeks to control and dominate. The wizard's power is the power of love. The seed of power is the inner self. The ego follows us like a dark shadow. Its power is intoxicating, addicting, but ultimately destructive. The eternal flash of power ends in unity. The wizard lives in a state of knowingness. This knowingness orchestrates its own fulfillment. The field awareness organizes itself around our intentions. Knowledge and intentions are focused, which are tend to change the field itself in favor. perpetuates the world full of magical power. The wizard does not try to solve the mystery of life. He is here to live it. Lesson 10. We all have a shadow self that is a part of our total reality. The shadow is not here to hurt you, but to point out where you're incomplete. When the shadow is embraced, it can be healed. When it's healed, it turns into. You can live with all your opposite qualities. You will be living your total self as the wizard. Lesson 11. The wizard is the teacher of alchemy. Alchemy is transformation. Through alchemy, you begin the quest for perfection. You are the world. When you transform yourself, the world you live in will also be transformed. The goal of the quest, heroism, hope, grace, love, are the inherents of the timeless. To summon wizard's help, you must be strong in truth, not stubborn in judgment. Lesson 12. Alive and therefore always unpredictable. Order is another face of chaos. Chaos is another face of order. The uncertainty you feel inside of us is the order of wisdom. Insecurity will always be with you, better, quicker. It continues to stumble, never falls. Human order is made up of rules. The wizard's outer order has no rules. It flows with the nature of life. Lesson number 13. The reality you experience is a mirror image of your expectations. If you project the same images every day, your reality will be the same every day. When your attention is perfect, it creates order and clarity out of chaos and confusion. Lesson 14. Wizards do not get over loss because the only thing they can be lost is the unreal. Lose everything and all the real will still remain. In the rubble of devastation, disaster, buried hidden treasures. When you look in the ashes, look well. Lesson 15. To the extent you know love, you become love. Love is more than an emotion, it is a force of nature. Therefore, you must contain truth. When you say the word love, you may catch this feeling, but the essence cannot be spoken. The purest love of life, where it is least expected in attachment. Lesson 16. Beyond waking, dreaming, and sleeping, there are infinite realms of consciousness. The wizard can exist simultaneously in all times. The wizard sees infinite versions of every moment. Event. The straight lines of time are actually threads of web extended infinity. Lesson 16. Lesson 17. Seekers are never lost because spirit is always beckoning them. Seekers are also clues all the time for the world of spirit. Ordinary people call these clues coincidences. To a wizard, there are no coincidences. Every exists in the exposing in the lair of the soul. She wants to meet you. To accept this invitation must be undefended. When you seek, begin your heart. The cave of the heart is the home of the truth. Lesson 18. Immortality can be lived in the midst of mortality. Time and timeless are not opposites because it embraces everything. Timeless has no opposite. At the level of the ego, we struggle to solve our problems. Spirit sees the struggle and the problem. The wizard is aware of the battle between ego and spirit, but he realizes that both are immortal and cannot die. Every aspect of yourself is immortal, even the parts you judge most harshly. Lesson 19. Wizards never condemned desire. It was by following their desires that they became wizards. Every desire is created by some past desire. It's chain of desire never ends. And itself, don't consider any desire useless or wrong. Someday each one will be fulfilled. Desires are seeds waiting for the seasons for out. Won't force grow. Lesson 20. The most good you can do for the world is to become a wizard. To a wizard, home is the moment, and moments are always moving. That concludes the book. We're reading The Way of the Wizard, 20 Spiritual Lessons to Getting the Way You Want in Life. Highly recommend you going out to get this book. It's a classic from the 1990s, as well as 7 Spiritual Laws of Success and Creating Affluence. Those are some of Deepak Chopra's great books, and he's written over, I think, 50 books. He must have like 80 or 90 books or something. All right, top icon of the century. All right, and I will see you tomorrow on the daily reading. All right, see you later. Bye. Dad? Come here. Come here.